Hello there, dear YouTubers. My name is King1993, and today I'll be talking about another character within this game. And this is going to be a season 2 review. So, without further ado, let's get started. Now, here's the thing. I have made video regarding this character not one time, maybe two times, and this is going to be a third time of me actually making video regarding this character called Ming. Now, the thing about Ming is her accuracy is actually extremely bad. Like, how bad is it? Like, you need to be having extremely precise control in order to give this character the ability to even have a very good control over her weapons accuracy. Okay, so the question remains is, okay, how many characters have this mass of bad accuracy? Now, truth to be told, even if I were to rank Nobunaga in the S rank, in terms of this character's weapon accuracy is actually below uh, this two ranking here. And no, this character called Ming and this character called Audrey, all three of them have the same amount of inaccuracy in their weapon, to the point that it causes extreme amount of problem to actually shoot at the enemy. So the question remains is, okay, if that much bad she is, then obviously her ranking is going to be here, right? Well, that's the thing which I will be talking about. Now, the thing is, I've been playing this game for when it came out in global. Now, despite all of this, the overall question remains is, which weapon kit material should you be selecting first? Okay, so let's talk about this first. So instead of going for rate of fire, go for base damage. Everything increases here by 2 points. Okay. Now, when it comes to this, go for magazine capacity, go for recoil handling, and go for headshot. Stringified damage would be good if they are in paper mode, but majority of the time you will be seeing that you need to headshot the enemy if you are good enough. If you're not good enough, then I highly suggest that you go for this. But recently my aim has gotten better to the point that I am getting good amount of headshot. Okay, so with all of this combined, let's see what happens in this 10-meter distance. So within this 10-meter distance, uh, this is the accuracy that I can show you. Now you see those two bullets went outside. Now I actually have to move my mouse a lot more compared to majority of the other character that I have played. So what does this mean? It means that it is actually extremely difficult to control the accuracy of this gun. Okay, so that is basically what I am saying. Now, in terms of what I am saying and what I am showing might be not that much difference, but any people who actually play this game by themselves will be able to know what I am saying. Allow me to explain. So I'll be shooting these three enemy here, this one and that one over there. Okay, so this is basically how it will go. Let's see. So when it comes to this enemy, I was able to kill it, right? Now let's go for that one in the mid range, or maybe a little bit long range, mid range area. Okay, so that was one. That one was also killed. Now let's go for this one. Okay, so you might be thinking, uh, okay, so I was able to destroy them, right? Yes, I was able to destroy them. But the thing is, I had to play this character multiple times to get an auto adjustment of the recoil on my muscle memory to actually understood that, okay, I should be using this character in this specific way in order to make sure that my accuracy increases. Otherwise, I'm gonna keep on losing the fight. And that is basically why I was able to train yesterday for several hours to actually make sure that my accuracy increases. And this is the reason why I was able to shoot that enemy over there. It is not as easy as it seemed. Okay, it is my muscle memory that was able to get that shot, not that this character is actually easier to use. This character is not the easiest to use. If you guys were to use this character, you will see that in terms of accuracy for this character, it is extremely so low that you will feel like skipping this character. So I guess this will eventually fall into the category of uh, personal preference. But from a person who had been continuing to improve, I would say this is a very difficult character to use. Okay, so in terms of her weapon, let's see what is the overall weapon damage output. So the overall weapon damage output is 840. Okay, so if I were to rank them, obviously not this rank here because her ability is actually better. So this place here, this is a place where the weapon accuracy is not that much good maybe, but they are good because of their weapon damage output. So if their weapon damage output is good enough, I would put them here. Okay, so this is basically how it goes. But if their accuracy lowers, then I would put them here. But again, I would put this character here because of her active skill and passive skill. Okay, so let's talk about the active and passive skill. So when it comes to the active and passive skill of this character, it is actually very good because here's the thing: when you use this, you get to see where you are gonna be shooting. Okay, see this red line. This red line is representation of where this will be going. Once you do that, you will be able to select where the thing goes, and eventually it will hit at a very long distance, which is over there, which is about 60 meters. So 120-meter diameter is basically the range of this character. So that is basically how it goes. Now the question is, okay, what is the important part of it? You can basically shoot it from almost any distance. Okay, like almost any distance, not every distance, any distance, and you can shoot it through obstacles. Okay, so why is this good? This will allow you to actually destroy the enemy's shield. Okay, so once you destroy the enemy shield, all the enemy will have is basically HP, not shield anymore. So from that point of perspective, if the enemies were to be coming towards you with a lower shield, then all you have to do is to destroy their remaining HP instead of doing all of the attacks on the shield as well as the HP itself. So from that point of perspective, this is actually very good. You can use it any sort of way, and it would be even better if your teammates were to told you where the enemies are. Okay, the enemies there, I'm gonna shoot there, and done. This will help me know where the enemies are, and I'll be able to shoot them. If the teammates are like not dumb enough to not understand what I'm saying. Now overall, this is the thing. Now other thing about this character is her passive. So what does her passive do? Her passive creates an armor and generates armor. The damage of her weapon and active skill deal damage to the enemy armor and shield. Her temporary armor regenerates faster during her ultimate. Okay, so basically speaking, if I were to use the ultimate, okay, if I were to use the ultimate, this will automatically come into effect. How? By absorbing the enemy's armor, by destroying the enemy armor. Okay, so if I were to use this, will it work? This will not work. As you can see here, the armor is still 40. So what can I do? What I can do is to use this character's ultimate. So after using the ultimate, it has done 140. Now if I were to shoot at the enemy, it will continuously remain at 140. Okay, so after it goes back lower to 40, only then this ultimate will stop. Otherwise this ultimate continues indefinitely. So this is a very good thing. If I can continuously shoot the enemy, then obviously this ultimate will stay active for a longer period of time. So what does this mean? This means that this is actually a very good ultimate, and obviously the passive is directly related to the ultimate. So if you use the ultimate with the passive, then what will happen is you will continuously gain armor. Now after all of this is done, the question remains is, okay, so when it comes to the active skill, which one should you be going for? Some say for higher duration, some will say for more cooldown. Now this will depend on you, because the thing is, in my case, I want to use it continuously. Okay, but the amount of time it takes to actually reload, let's see how much. Okay, disable. Okay, I shouldn't be using all of it all the time. Oh, here it is. Now it has a cooldown of 25 seconds. So if I were to lower this, it will basically become 20 seconds. So the question remains is it worth it? Well, if a certain battle were to be continue for a longer period of time, then maybe this 5 seconds is worth it. But if you were to think about it logically, 20 seconds is still a lot of time in a fast action game. So having more duration is better in that regard. So this is something that I actually myself do not know which one should be good. Now, what is armored steel? Armored steel is basically when you use this, okay, use this function, you will basically be able to steal more armor from the enemy. So that's basically how it goes. So when can it get activated? It can only be activated during ultimate. So if I were to break an armor of the enemy, I should be able to get a lot more armor back in return, a lot more easily. So this is basically what this armored steel is. So if you are using the ultimate, then going for this armored steel is a very good option. Now you can have more armor regeneration and you can have overall damage reduction. This is basically this area is done. Now the overall question remains is okay, awaken skill 1, 2 and 3. Which one should you be going for? One is something that you will get to choose easily. So let's see, losing all armor boost means movement. Retriggering this effect reduces the speed boost. Okay, so her movement increases. That's basically how it goes. So let's say this is the running speed, right? If I were to shoot this here, then you will see that the running has slightly increased and then now it is lower again. So this is basically how this happens. Okay, now what about this? A static siphon mean gains temporary armor for each enemy hit by the initial explosion of the electric orb. So the electric orb is basically this thunder blast. So I do not know why they written here electric orb. They should have written here thunder blast. So when thunder blast happens, what will happen is Ming will gain temporary armor. So let's see. Yeah, so obviously this is a very good thing. Now what about this one, awaken 3? Ming regenerates armor within her slow electric field. So when she is in the thunder blast, okay, she will gain armor faster. Taking damage does not interrupt this effect. So if enemies were to shoot me, I will still perform regeneration. So that's basically how it goes. So the overall question remains is okay, if I were to use this, how much am I getting? I'm only getting armor regeneration and a little bit of speed up. So how can I fix this? I can fix this if I were to use awaken skill 2 and not 3. By doing so, what will happen is if I were to use the ultimate, okay, okay, why is it not happening? Okay, oh, I forgot. This thing is out of armor. Sorry about that. It should have been like this. By doing this, I am gaining armor. Now I will continuously gain armor as long as the enemies have armor, otherwise I'll not be able to gain any more armor. So that is basically how it goes. So if you were to ask me, okay, which one should I go for? I would definitely go for Awaken Skill 1 and Awaken Skill 2. Awaken Skill 3 is not worth it that much. So that's basically my point of view. So overall, the question remains is, what is my conclusion of this character? Now this character, her ultimate active and passive are extremely good. Okay, extremely good to the point that she basically falls into the category of S ranking. Okay, S ranking here. But because I know that this character is very hard to use because of her amount of recoil she produces from her weapon, any beginner who is trying to use this character will feel like this character is harder to control. Yes, this character is hard to control because her accuracy is extremely difficult to maintain. And anyone who says no, it is not extremely difficult to maintain, I think uh, for those people what actually happened is they have used even more jankier more low accuracy weapon to the point that they are capable of hitting the enemies even with the low accuracy weapon, which is why they say that this character is not bad. Rather, this character is hard to control. I'm not saying bad, I'm saying this character is very hard to control. So if this character is very hard to control, then obviously from that point of perspective, I would never put this character in the S rank. I will always put this character in A rank. Okay, like this character is not bad, but not in a position where I would say that this is as good as this one, because these characters are a lot more easier to control. Okay, so that's basically the thing. Now in terms of weapon, go for frag grenade and windstorm grenade, but for this character you might want to go for a slow grenade. Okay, by going for a slow grenade you are basically adding more fuel to this here. Why? Because if you were to use the slow grenade with your slow orb thing, then obviously she will be capable of slowing down the enemy even more. Now obviously this is season 3, so which type of outfit did this character get? This character actually have gotten a lot more outfit. Okay, let me show them for you. So this one is the season 1, this is for season 2, good looking, but this is my favorite one which is called Crimson Storm. You can get the idea why. So this is my favorite and I can't get it because I don't have enough currency to actually get this. So you can definitely get this currency. I'm just not playing this mood, which is why I'm not capable of getting this. But if you were to ask me, okay, which one should I get? Should I get this, or this? Obviously, this one, this weapon and this gift, it doesn't matter for me. So this is my regret that I am unable to get this one. This is the one that I prefer the most. Okay, and this is the gliding animation, and that's basically how it goes. Anyway, so this is overall my conclusion of this character Ming, that she is a very good character, but her recoil is so high that I have to lower this character in terms of ranking. But majority of the people who will not see this entire video will not be able to understand what I am trying to say. Okay, so if you like this video, then please give a like and subscribe and click the bell notification icons to get more of this type of topic on a regular basis. Thank you and see you again next time.